what you give me. I never force something.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, your foot lands were different. That is why you have to practice this shit. Like, we're going to build up to a situation where we're going to be pummeling, but we're both going to be fighting for the underhook. So now you have to adapt.
Right.
That's the only way to make this shit work in real life. It doesn't have to be full on killing each other sparring, but you have to have live, active resistance. But you can do it safely. There we go. Excellent. It's right behind me. Yeah. In the front, you could do that, like, let's say I have you here, then I would step through for like each uchikomi. Let's say for some reason you don't fall, then I go front, you know. So from one goes to the other. So I'm gonna work on a drill. Right, come in, I punch, and then I'm crossing through and I'm punching. We're gonna do that drill right now. So throw more of a hook punch, boom, boom, and now I can do this. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it doesn't matter. Straight punch. If it's straight, go ahead and do it again. Then I'm coming around to the inside, and that's what we're going to work on, the little spin technique. Again, take them in context. This is just a drill. The part about Hapkido I noticed when I went from the dojo and then first got into law enforcement, so many times Hapkido helped me, but I also found out how many times it failed me because I wasn't taking the context correctly. These drills from ancient weaponry where I attack you like this, nobody does that. Right? So I'll start with a here. Punch.
And then I guess
don't worry about that. Let's go ahead and do the jab again. Boom.
Parry.
Boom. Like this. So here, boom. I'm just off just a bit. This is going to be more of my Kaiji Kembo influence. You've probably seen this Jeet Kune Do, where I just want you to be off by a little bit. Then this is going to come in. You also see this in Indonesian martial arts. I love Salat. I'm in here. Now I can do the punch. But all I want you to worry about right now is here. Because then boom, boom. There's all these other things you can do. Strike or here. Not so much. Just a little.
I took you too much.
But you got the right idea. Exactly. See how I'm here? And I can just go straight to the eyes. I can go over. You don't need that much to work with. Right here is all I need. And then maybe into something like that. It doesn't matter. We're into your traditional boxing at this point. Yeah, and what I want you to think about, it doesn't matter if it actually happens in real life or not. But I like to have as much connection to you as possible. I want to know where the are when I'm fighting you. So when you throw that punch, oops, I'm sorry, I already beat you. Boom. I'm always touching you. Because then I know if you start moving away, I can start going with you. If I feel that you're like coming in on me, like, oh shit, you know, I need to turn this into an actual grapple now. Long range, short range, or trapping range, and then clinching range.
Do you want me to punch with the same hand I'm blocking with, or does it matter?
Go ahead and do it against me. It doesn't really matter. Boom. See how I've done the parry?
Oh, I see.
I can do that. I can turn into an eye jab or a punch. And then you'll see that I'm doing that well, it's not even vertical at this point. It's like a vertical meets uppercut type. I'm sliding over. And the whole point is I'm adjusting to what I have to do versus a traditional boxing jab. It's not wrong. It just very reminiscent of old school fisticuffs. Like the old. It looks weird, but there was a method.
I'm assuming there's a reason they did that.
Reason for it, yeah. And a lot of the same stuff where they would parry. See, I'm just doing a parry. Here I'm just emphasizing you got a parry. See how I've got this center line on you? Boom. And I can do whatever I need to do or want to do or can do. When we're in this clinch, see how I'm using my head? We're going to do a lot of stuff from here. In fact, this is your bread and butter with how I teach martial arts.
Do you do palm tricks?
Oh, I love palm tricks. Oh, yeah.
So,
And
that on track.
that's all I teach in combatives for law enforcement. Because I know they're not going to take the time to condition their hands.
It's just stuff that flows for me. I know it's not right, but
It is right. What you did is completely right.
all right.
What you did, if I can mimic it, boom, you did something like this,
Right.
and you did something. Yeah, that's a enter. I call that entry throw number 2.
Okay.
From here, I teach it. I start it with the come along,
Yep.
like because in law enforcement, hey, sir, you're under arrest. You can come with me, or you're being, trespassed. And see how stiff you already are?
Yeah.
No, that's perfect. Because what are 2 things people do?
They stiffen up.
They'll stiffen up.
They'll
But they'll either pull you in, which means I go to entry throw number
Or I
1,
try to push you away.
or you push me away.
Or I try to pull away.
Yeah, and then I can do entry throw number 1, which is that. Entry throw number 2 is you might curl in.
Okay.
So, but let's stay upright because if you
Okay.
I'd go straight to number 1 again.
Okay.
I'd go to entry throw number 2. That's all you're doing, but you're doing more of a sweep.
Right.
And entering throw number 3 would be from here, and I'm just going like that. So 3, and it all depends on so many little things that are happening that you're doing.
Right.
I can't force one or the other.
Okay.
Like if you're down, 1 is the best way. If you're like, mother, 2 is the best way. But if you turn away from me, 3 is the best way. So
Okay.
you will start doing that before you know it. So when think tight circles.
Okay.
I like big circles for certain things, like I'm up here, but even then I'm like up inside the circle.
Right. All right.
I'm really tight. Sorry, I heard something pop.
It's all right. So
But
far.
when we're up close, I want everything
Okay.
tight little circles if possible.
Okay.
And then you're going to get into whatever you prefer.
Okay.
And don't do the throw, just get to set up. Let me know that you have my kazushi, my balance.
Okay.
Yeah, you have my balance right there.
Okay.
Now, the only thing I would suggest
Yeah.
is that you get a little deeper.
Okay.
Sweeping the foot is great. Like I say, I pushed you back,
Yep.
and you're coming to come back for a step again.
Right.
That's when I go for the sweep. But I like my stuff.
Yeah, you have much more leverage.
I'm using the core. If I have to, I'll bring the leg involved.
Okay.
I like ankle picks. But what I'm doing is I'm pushing this way
Yeah.
and I'm blocking your escape.
Okay.
And like what I did before, where I did failed uchimate, where I kick,
Right.
I'm blocking your escape by just grabbing the ankle and then pushing through. If that makes sense. Perfect. Try to move offline a little more.
Okay.
Yeah, like go ahead and show it to me. Boom, see how I'm already,
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're doing.
boom, maybe I'm staying on the outside for some reason because I see Bob is coming into the game and I'm gonna no,
Right.
I'm gonna push you into Bob.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
And it's just a little parry, go and do it again. Boom, everything's tighter, you're doing a lot of motion. Isn't wrong, but it telegraphs and it takes away valuable split seconds.
Yeah.
Great athlete.
So staying tight, then you check your arm.
I'm gonna teach you uchimate real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm here, I've got the underhook.
Right.
And I've got control of this wrist, elbow. As you can see, I've got a way of keeping you. There's 2 throws I can do. I can do Haraya-goshi, but from here I prefer uchimate. I just step through the leg. Okay. Again, that's a combat street uchimata.
Right.
The whole point is to try to stay. You'd see this variation in like Salat, Kaiju Kembo, Filipino martial arts.
Yeah.
They use this variation a lot.
Filipino street fighters.
Yeah, so again, I'll have you get me in a good underhook. I want you to own that underhook, not like if it's weak, you've got me in a good overhook. So I want to have a good underhook, high up the arm. In that case, I go for really dominating me. So I was like, no, I don't want that. So I grab here. So I've already got your balance. And then I'm just going to step through. Boom. And I've got you right behind me. Like for example, if you throw that punch at me, like boom, I'm already there.
Right.
So let's say there's just too much going on. I don't feel like I can get the uchimata really quick.
Right.
I might try to do a duck under, and then I could do that hip bump. Take down.
Right.
Yeah. We'll just concentrate on those two right now. Now, you can do it from a strong overhook. See how I still am weighing down on you?
Yep.
I've got my head here.
Yep.
Ooh. So it's there regardless.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you're over or under. What matters is you own the position.
Oh, gotcha.
As opposed to loosey-goosey bullshit.
Okay.
That was basically a hip throw right there. What I call a soft hip throw, which is my preference for law enforcement.
Right.
Versus, good loading them up on your hip, like in judo.
Yeah.
You've seen some of my videos where I'll even one of my favorite variations is I've got the gi, and I literally, I'll maybe send you a link where I'm doing that throw.
Okay. That's
more of a sport thing, but
yeah, you do it on the street, guys don't get hurt.
Yeah, you drop somebody on there.
Yeah.
You're not gonna know how to fall probably, and I'm gonna literally pile drive you head first, shoulder first into the cement.
Yeah.
I'll probably go to prison for that.
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful.